Professor here. Now, this morning when I woke up, I seen something that on Facebook that actually bothered me a little bit. So I decided to do a video like this. And the actual thing that bothered me was a young lady asked a question to a group on Facebook, a 3D printing group. And she wanted to, I won't get into a lot of detail, but she wanted to figure out, get a license and on the side make some money at 3D printing. And she wrote a page maybe of that she got jumped on, and everybody put her down and everybody was negative. And I've always wanted to be positive with 3D printing and knowledge. And I've actually noticed that a lot of 3D printers don't like to share, but there's a big market out there to support everybody. And if you wanted, depends on what you want to do. Now, you're not just going to sell prints that you push a button and print, and they could be Disney or some other companies. That you don't want to do that. You want to make your stuff original. Anyway, what I'm getting at is I spent over thousands of dollars in glues. This one actually is $59.99. It's the bigger bottle of glue. And this one here is the small bottle of glue. Now, the reason I'm doing this is because when I'm mentioning about all this about 3D printers not sharing is I'm the one, and I mean it, Professor Vinster, I'm the one that brought in using super glues in 3D printing. And this has been a long time since 3D printers came out that I've been using this before they even had auto level. So I've been using this, and I seen another thing online said, hey, what kind of glues are people using? And all of a sudden they said, oh, we're using the quick set, the crazy glue, the Gorilla Glue. Well, yeah, I actually came out with that, and I'm glad I brought it up to everybody. And even epoxies, so of course epoxies. Everybody was saying that, oh, don't you find that the glue would be too hot or burn the filament? No, it doesn't. And actually, you don't want to put your nose too close together and hit it with a kicker. But this is a bottle of refill kicker now that I brought it up. And I buy lots of these, and I fill up these little bottles with it. So I save money. So I share the saving the money part. And I even have one that actually removes the glue if you made a mistake. And also people ask me, and this is also a video of what should I use? Okay, so I'm going to tell you what is the best thing to use to paint is acrylic paints. Now you could use other kinds of paints too, but make sure you have ventilation. These are really good, depending upon what kind of thinners you use with them. Sometimes I just use water. Sometimes I use a thinner. Sometimes I even use window cleaner. So, but again, you got to wear ventilation or ventilation. Well, respirator. Ventilation should be in your shop or whatever you want to do. Now, I use a lot of epoxies. You see, there's a lot of epoxies here. So I use a lot of epoxies. And then people also ask, what do you seal the seams with? Well, this is actually a spot putty that is actually used with a hardener, which works really, really well. Now, it's not cheap. So, but you can go and you can buy different fillers, but you got to make sure. I've been experimenting with that for about, let's see, since I've been doing wood carving. Wood carving is a little bit different, but I've noticed that 3D printing, the actual it contracts, expands and contracts the same. And that's what you want. You don't want to use a wood putty or a filler like for drywall that doesn't expand the same in a cold room or a warm room, or that's when you get cracks. So you want to do it right. And also I have casting for doing casts around to sealing bigger units and making dioramas. So I have all that. And if you can judge by how many bottles I have, and there's tons more that have been thrown out because over the years, I went around and searched these in my drawers to make sure that I've got an idea and let you know. So if you know that I have this much glue, you know I have a lot of videos and I have a lot of displays in my museum and on my channel, a lot to look at. There's also, I started doing 3D printing before I started my YouTube channel, and I put stuff up on Facebook and stuff like that on how to do things. That's how everybody figured out that I was using the Instaglue. And even actually Instaglue, this one here, that's extra thick for doing filling. And I have extra thin for on the videos. You'll see what I use that for. And the thing is Bob Smith, he actually sent me a pile of glue to do a video on and to do a video for him. So you can see that on there too. And he experiments even with now hot glues in styrofoam. So even Mod Podge. Now, you got to experiment with different stuff. Everybody also says, what do you clear coat after? What do you clear coat with? I clear coat with this. I use matte on some stuff. On the fish, I use the actual gloss. I'm actually even getting into a little more UV stuff now to go with my projects. I love doing 3D projects, but I also love to make a science out of what's next. What can I do next? I also fill large seams and stuff with the 3D pen. Another one that I've actually, now the 3D pen was usually used to make different designs and stuff like that, but I use it on my projects to fill seams. That's again, me. Now, I'm not the guy to go around and boast about what I've done and what I've actually contributed, but I know darn well I contributed the actual Instaglue to 3D printing. I've been, ever since 3D printing came out, I was using it. And you can see online on my, even on my YouTube, you can see pictures and, like the pictures is true because I didn't do videos back then. I did like a slideshow when I started YouTube. I did a slideshow with words, putting the bears together, 80-piece bears, 60-piece, 20-piece. My buddy Andrew, he's the one that said to me when I said, hey, maybe I should start a YouTube channel. He goes, you know what? What you do, no one else does. Now, of course, guys got big 3D printers out there that can do full-size stuff. That's just recent. I'm doing, and I was starting to do stuff that no one did before. And of course, I'm very low on the totem pole, but I know on Facebook, I have thousands of contributing, messages and stuff that I've helped people. And I was administrator on another site, and I have my own site, a small site called Feel Free, and anybody can join. You don't have to have a 3D printer to join. You just can't be a bot. You have to be a person to enjoy whatever. It's called Feel Free. That's why. Feel free to join. Feel free to look around. Feel free. And I'm going to tell, and I may get a little bit of trouble from some 3D printers about 3D farms and they do all that. Oh yeah, I guess, but they have breakdowns. It's a business after a while, and it does work out, but you really got to work hard and you're going to have breakdowns. So when you're doing 3D printing and you think it's just something you can do and have a breeze at it and sell stuff, well, people will also say, oh, you'll only get $16 for that. Or you'll only get $15. It's not what it's worth. My stuff is worth a pretty penny and I don't sell it, but one day maybe it will go up for sale eventually when I run out of room. But I airbrush, I paint all my stuff and it makes it value. So basically what I'm saying is you could sell your stuff by saying, okay, you supply the file for me to print it and I will paint it for you. And you will pay for my painting. And the artwork in it is incredible. So yeah, and I add glass eyes too. I make my own glass eyes. I used to order them, but then I figured out they were taking too long to get. So I started making my own. Now I know this video is dragging on, but these are very important things that should be talked about. And also, I told everybody about these paint markers. Paint markers I've been using for years, ever since they came out. And it all started with me with Sharpies. Sharpies were helping me out and all that kind of stuff. So paint markers, all that stuff. I don't hold back. I have stuff to tell. So should you guys. Everybody, we could be a big community. You know how fun it would be to be able to join up and make videos, say, I'm working on this. Well, hey, Professor, you're doing this. I'm doing this. Why don't we get together on this? I'm in for that kind of stuff. I love that kind of stuff. And if you have a product that you want me to share, let me know. I'm really good at talking, if you noticed. And I love to share and I love to see people smile. YouTube, you can't see people smile. So you have to come on my channel and say, look, oh, you just made my day. I got a question. Can we do this? Can I try this? You know somebody that can do this? because they're not getting that on the Facebook channels. They're not getting what they want. They're getting no. Now, I don't know if it's jealousy. I don't know if everybody's afraid somebody's going to overdo them and somebody's going to make money and they're not. What should that matter? Hey, life's too short. Me, I'm going to be turning 60. And you know what? I'm enjoying it. And I'm going to always share. So I hope you made it through this video. And if you did, give a like, comment. And if you have questions, ask me. I'm usually up all the time. I don't sleep much. I'm busy. I'm doing stuff. My body decides when it's going to wake up. My body decides when it's going to go to sleep. So my brain, it doesn't decide any of that. It decides, let's get functioning. Let's do it. Let's paint. Let's glue. Let's print. Let's do it all. You can't do it all in one day. There's so much stuff I want to do. So anyway, enough of my crap. Check out my videos. This is where all the glue went. These are half empty. Some of them are empty. There's just bottles here because I'm just showing you. Anyway, the stuff's in the museum. The stuff's on my site. Go check out what I use this glue on. Yeah, baby. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe.